Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Opencart Headless Progressive Web App plugin. And in today's video tutorial, we'll be showing you the workflow of the Opencart Headless Progressive Web App within the mobile device itself. Apart from that, we'll also be showing you how the Web Store admin would be able to set up the Opencart Headless PWA from the Opencart backend panel, making use of this particular plugin, and the different options that are available there to the admin for setting up this particular uh, progressive web app. So what I'll be doing is now I'll just navigate you to the mobile end, and we'll be checking this progressive web app functionality within the mobile device itself. So you can also check that up. I've already added the link within the description below, and you'll reach to this particular page, and from here you can make use of this QR code. You just need to scan that up, and that will directly open the demo app on your mobile devices, and then you'll be able to add it to your home screen, and then your progressive web app is ready to use there. So before we proceed further to the mobile end, let me give you a small gist about this Opencart Headless Progressive Web App. So basically, it is developed in a way that it offers the same experience to the users as a native or the iOS application. The users can use the PWA in a poor internet connection as well. PWAs are responsive and work on all the platforms which provide cross-browser compatibility. Furthermore, the progressive web apps provide a better user interface and a faster user experience to the users, which help to increase sales and generate more revenues. And some of the highlighted features for this particular PWA are that it is easy to customize, no updates are required like the mobile application. It also supports offline. It is lightweighted. It has options to receive push notifications, and you will be able to add it to your home screen for a quick access, just like the mobile applications. So now let me take you to the mobile end, and let's go through the progressive web app, and lastly we'll come back to check how the admin can set up the progressive web app from the admin backend panel. So right now I'm at my mobile device, as you can see right now, and to access the Opencart Headless Progressive Web App, what I'll be doing is I'll just open my web browser, and on the top right hand corner I'll type the QR code reader, and now I'll just scan the QR code here, and you'll be able to see that as soon as I've scanned the code, the progressive web app for the Opencart platform has loaded up, as you can see. And we also have this notification to select whether you want to allow or deny the notifications from this one. So we'll choose allow, and that will allow us to receive the notifications when the admin of the web store sends out any of the notifications. So we'll choose an allow for that. So you can see that it just looks like a normal app that we install on our mobile devices, and you can see how fluid it is, right? So here on the top you can see that we have three horizontal lines. If I tap that up, that will bring up the side panel, wherein we'll be able to see on the left hand side we have the different categories like the women's collection, electronics, food, men's collection, and the mobile phones. So right now I didn't have that much images to add, so that's why these images are kind of blurry right now. So the customers can log into their account using this option at the top. That's the sign into your account, and that would sign them up into their accounts. And on the right hand side here, the customers can type to search for any of the products that are there within the web store. So for example, if I type in a watch, maybe let's see if a watch is there. All right, so you can see if I typed in the watch, it has displayed all the products related to that particular query. Let me tap back. So here you also have a notification icon on the right hand side. If I type that up, it brings up all of the notifications that the admin has sent out to the customers, and from here the customers can make use of these notifications as well. So if I tap here on the notification, we'll be redirected to that particular section when we'll be able to access the discounts or whatever they are going to provide. Now let me go back. Also on the top right hand side, if you see, we have one refresh icon, and before that we have a download icon. If I tap here on the download icon, what that will do is that will basically add this progressive web app to your mobile device home screen. So let me tap here on that, and here you can see that it is asking to install. So if I tap here on the install button, it would be installed to our home screen, the progressive web app itself. So let me take you to my home screen. Now you can see that the notification was there for successful installation. So I'll just take you to my home page to show you the installed shortcut. So here is the shortcut that has been installed on my mobile device for my Opencart Headless progressive web app. And from here, now there's no need to access the web browser there. Now we can directly start the progressive web app by just tapping here on this particular icon, and that will bring up the progressive web app itself. So let me tap here on this icon, so you can see that splash screen and the PWA has appeared on our mobile device. Now the customers can make use of this particular feature, and here you can see that here also we have the popular products, we have new product section. We can also check the featured products. As you can see, to go back we just need to tap here on the bottom back to top option, and that will take to the top there. Then we can log into our account as well. Apart from that, let me tap here. So if you want, you can also sign in. Otherwise you can create a new account as well. So let me tap here on the create a new account, and let me set it as test1, the last name as test2, my mail ID as let me enter my mail ID, and let me set up my password, and let me tap here on the create an account button. All right, so I'll just set it as John, and now let's see. Okay, all right, the sign up is successful. You can see this particular notification here as well. Let me close it out, and if I type on this side now, you'll see that hello John test, and here I have my account options. As you can see, dashboard, wish list, orders, downloadable products, product reviews, return, address book, and the preferences like the currency. If I tap here, I can change my currency as well. So for example, if I choose GBP, then the products would be in British pounds. As you can see, the currency has changed. And if I go ahead and if I change my currency to euro, and if we go back to any of the product section, it's in euro. Now let's go and let's change our language. So all right, right now we only have the English. If you have you can add the Arabic and the RTL. So it basically supports all the LTR, left to right, and the right to left currencies that we have. So you can make use of that as well. And now let's get ahead. Let's place an order for one of the products, and let's see how it can be done. So let's go to the food collection, and it's opening up. Okay, and we have this brownie here. So if we have multiple images, we can scroll them through as well. So we can choose if it has a size, we can choose that up, and we can set the quantity, and we can tap here on the add to cart button. The product has been added to our cart, and we can tap here on the cart itself, and here you can see that we can also apply the coupons or the gift vouchers as well. We can also check the estimated shipping tax by choosing our country, our state, province, our zip code, and the rest of the details as well. So let me enter these details, and now I'll just tap here on the continue shipping button, and here you can see that at the checkout now we can add our address where we want to get the products delivered, and thereafter we can proceed and can place the orders as well. We can also add the products to our wish list by just tapping here on the wish list, as you can see, and the product would be added to our wish list. We can also share it over the what we say as these the social networks like the Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, and Pinterest as well. If I tap here on the Facebook, it would then redirect us to the login for that particular social network, and after logging in with our account, we'll be able to post that particular product on that particular social network. Now let me go back. So that was how we can add it to our wish list and can share it. I showed you how we can add it to the cart and can make it checkout. Now let's see the wish list. So here you can see the product that I added into my wish list is visible here under the wish list section of the customer. And that's basically much about it. And for example, here we have popular products. So let's tap that up to all the popular products within the store. So you can also tap here on the load more products to load other products that are there within that particular category for that thing. Apart from that, you can also filter out the products, and for that you just tap here, choose the product name A to Z, these three horizontal lines that you can see, and you can also change the visible display. So you can tap here and this would display the products like this in kind of a horizontal line. Otherwise you can tap the three horizontal lines once again, and that brings up in kind of big larger view for these products. And let's go back and let's tap here on the three lines, and we can also go to the address book, and from here we can add our new addresses, and we can add also multiple addresses as per our requirement there. Then if you want to return any products, you can go to the return section for that, and to make a log out, you can just tap here on the log out button to log out of your account there, and you'll be logged out of your account. So here you can see that now we will again have the sign into your account option. So that was much about the Opencart Headless progressive web app, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow within the mobile application itself. Well, that was how the progressive web app, that's the Opencart Headless progressive web app, works within the mobile devices, and I hope it helped you out. Now let's go to the admin backend panel. Let's see how the web store admin would be able to set it up initially. So for that, I'll just take you to the admin backend panel now. So here I'm at the Opencart web store backend, and I'll be entering my username and password to log into my admin backend panel. So I'll just tap here on the login button. So you can see that I've logged into my account here, and after the successful installation of the Opencart Headless progressive web app, on the side panel the admin will be able to find the progressive web app PWA menu option on the side panel, as you can see. And if I tap on that, we have different sections to configure, like the banner, notifications, features, carousel, category icons, and the custom collections. So let's go through each of them one by one, and let's see how the admin can configure this initially. So for that, but before we go through these, let's go to the initial configuration settings that are required. So for that, we'll just navigate through extensions and then extensions, and here we'll be choosing the modules, and thereafter we'll just need to scroll down, and here we'll be having the PWA Webkul, as you can see. So we'll tap here on the edit button, and this brings up the initial configuration settings for the progressive web app by Webkul for the Opencart platform itself. And here you can edit the PWA module by setting up these settings here. So the very first option is the status, so you can choose to enable or disable the progressive web app for your web store. Then you have the FCM authorization key, so here you need to enter the Google Cloud messaging key for push notifications, and after entering these, you'll be able to send out the push notifications to your progressive web apps. And then we have the notification status. You want to enable it or disable it, you can choose to enable them. Then we have the application name, so you can set up the application name, that is after setting up the application name, you can set up the application short name as well, and this short name would be visible to the customers on their mobile device after they have added the PWA to their home screens. Then you can set up the application icon itself, that is visible to the customers, and here you can find the best size for that as well. Apart from that, you can also set up the splash background color and the application header color. So the splash background color would be visible within the progressive web app itself whenever the customers open it up on their mobile devices, and the header color can be set up for the application as well. So you just need to tap here and then you can choose the color according to your own requirements there. So this was the initial configuration that is required for the progressive web app for the Opencart, and which is a headless. Now let's go to the PWA section, and now let's go through the options one by one, and let's see how the admin can set up all of these things. So under the banners here, the admin can find all of the created banners that are visible to the customers within the progressive web app itself. So here you can see the title, the type of the banners, or whether it's for a product type or whether it's for the category type banners. You also can see the link for the products. You can see the image and the sort order. To add more, you can just tap here on the add button, then you can set up the title for that banner. You can choose whether it's a trending one, whether it's an offer, whether it's for the category type or the product type. Then you can set the link for the same, and for example, if you choose this, and then you can basically save it, and the banner would be created using the types, that is product type, category type, offer or trending as required. So that was about the banners section, and now let's go to the notifications section, and let's see what different options are there for the admin to configure for the headless progressive web app for the Opencart. So from here, the admin can basically find all of the notifications that he has created, and he can basically send out the notifications to the web apps. And to create a new notification, the admin just needs to tap here on the add notification button, and that will bring up the section to create a new notification. So you can set up a notification title, you can set up the content for the notification, you can choose the type of the notification, whether it's for a product type, category type, other type, or a custom one. You can also set up the product or the category ID for the selected notification type, and you can choose to enable the notification status as required, and you can add a banner as well. Thereafter, just tap on the save button. Otherwise, if you want to save and send it to the customers at the same time, then you need to tap here on the send and save button. Now let's go back, and after you've created the notification, you'll find it here as you can see right now, and you can also edit the notifications by tapping here on the edit button, and that brings up the edit section. Now you can see the notification title, notification content, the type of the notification, product or oblique category ID, the status of the notification, and the banner for that particular one. We have just used these as the demo images. You can create much better images with that. Now that was about the notification manager, and now let's go to the featured one, and let's see what different options are there under the featured section there. So I'll just close it out, and so here the admin can set up the featured products for his progressive web apps, and it's an autocomplete option here for the product. So you can tap here and you can start adding your products to the featured section. You can also remove the products by tapping here on the negative button. To add more, you can just tap here and add the products as per your own requirement there. So be it riffle rust, and thereafter to save the products for the featured one, just tap here on the save button. Now let's get back, and that was about the featured one. Now let's go to the carousel. Then we have the category icons and the custom collections. So we'll go through them as well. Now let me close the featured section. That's the third one. Now we'll go to the carousel section, and now let's see what the different options are there. So here the admin can create the different carousels for the progressive web apps there. So from here the admin can add carousels by tapping on the add button. He can add multiple carousels. So from here he just needs to choose the manufacturer itself, and then he needs to add an image for that, and he can set up the sort order for that as well. And this image that you would have edited would then be displayed within the carousel within the progressive web apps, and you can set the sort order for each of the images or the manufacturer links that you have edited. And after adding, you can just tap here on the save button to save that particular carousel image. Now let's go to the section that's the category icons. So from here you can choose the category icons for your progressive web app. So you can see that we have the category name, the status, date added, and set the icons for the category. So to add the icons for the category, you can come to this particular category icon section. So to set the icons for the category, you just need to tap here on the image, as you can see, and that brings up the edit and delete option to delete the chosen icon for the category. And if you tap this edit button, then you'll be able to choose the image for this category itself. So you can choose it from the section that you have here or from your system as well. So that's how you can add the images for your categories, for your various categories, by tapping on the icon here and then tapping the edit to choose the respective image for your respective categories that are there within your web store. So that was about the category icons, and now let's go to the custom collection. And from here the admin would be able to set up the custom collections for the PWA. And to add a new collection, the admin just needs to tap here on the add collection button, and that brings up the section to add a new custom collection. So the admin can set up the collection name, and then he can create the product collection as well. So from the drop down he can choose from the product IDs or the latest product count or the product attributes. If we choose product IDs, then you need to choose the products that you want to add for the particular custom collection that you're going to create. So you can tap here and add your products for that collection name. Otherwise, if you choose it as latest product count, then you can choose that, and then you need to select the latest product count as well. So you can set the latest product count, and if you choose the product attribute, then you need to choose the product attribute like the price, manufacturer, model, or the different attributes that are there that you've created. And according to that, you can then set up the product attribute values like price from and price to values for your custom collection that you're going to create, and this would also be visible within the progressive web app. So that was about the PWA and the different sections that are required to set up your progressive web app for the Opencart, and which is a headless one. So that was much about the Opencart Headless progressive web app plugin by Webkul, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the workflow. And if you still have any questions or queries regarding this particular plugin, then you can always get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise a ticket at webkul.uvidesk.com. Thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day.